So you want to learn how to make one of these. This is called a granny square, and it is one of the simplest things to learn how to do. And there's a rage going on with the granny square hexagon or the granny square jackets and all kinds of things. So let's go ahead and learn how to make one of these granny squares. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started making a granny square. So first you're going to need a magic loop. I'm going to show you quickly how to make a magic loop. So I'm going to hold the yarn in my 2 fingers like this with the tail in the front and the working yarn in the back. And I'm going to make like an X. You see how I kind of have an X here? Then I'm going to turn it over. So you see I'm holding the tail. I'm holding the tail with my thumb. And I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to insert my hook under that first loop, and I'm going to pull that second loop out and under. Okay, and I'm not going to tighten the circle. So if you want a more in-depth look at how to make this sliding ring, you can go ahead and check out I'll put it in the description because there's more than one way to do this. Okay, so this is a sliding ring, and this is how I choose to start them. Okay, so we're going to start with this sliding loop, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 double crochets into my sliding ring. So here is the first double crochet. And here's my second double crochet. If you're not sure how to make a double crochet, again, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the description for you, okay? So now we have a chain 3 and 2 double crochets. Now I'm going to chain 1. Then I'm going to make a cluster of 3 double crochets into this circle, okay? So here is my first, here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. So here's my first cluster, my chain 1, and another cluster of 3, okay? Then I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to make 3 more double crochets in here. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. The great thing about YouTube is that you can go ahead and slow it down if you want to see this a little slower, okay? And then a chain 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my last cluster of 3. So I'm going to do 3 more double crochets into this hole, this magic loop, sliding loop, magic ring. It's called so many things. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Now we have 3. And I'm going to chain 1. So now I have 4 sets of 3 double crochets and a chain 1. I'm going to go ahead and pull my tail. I'm going to pull my tail. And I am going to slip stitch here, just like that. And I have now completed my first round. And I'm going to put the chapters in the bottom so that you can see each round as I do it, okay? And you can skip ahead or refer back to the round that you want to. So I'm done with my rounds, okay? So in here, I have 4 sets of So in here, I have 3 double crochets, chain 1, 4 times. The first 3 chains that I made count as a double crochet in all the rows going forward, okay? All right, so here we go. Now, we're going to go ahead. See where I am. Now, here is one method. I'm going to show you method one. Okay, so stick with me. Method one, so that your item will truly be double-sided, is turn it around and start working from the other side. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip it and you're going to slip stitch into that hole that you made with the chain one, and you're going to chain three. 1, 2, 3, and this is going to count as the first double crochet, right? And then you're going to make double crochet and a double crochet. That's my first cluster of 3. Then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to make another cluster of 3 double crochets. So when you turn it around, you're going to turn it around after each round that you make, and that will make it truly a double-sided. It'll make it the same on both sides. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my next space here. Okay, and I'm going to make one set of double crochets. So that's going to be 3, 1 cluster, a chain 1, and I'm going to make another cluster, which is 3 double crochets. Okay, then we're going to find our next space, and we're going to do it again. We're going to make 1 cluster, that would be 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets. And then we're going to find that last space, and we're going to do 1 cluster, which is 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then we're going to find the chain that we made in our first round, and we're going to slip stitch to the top. Okay, then because I'm teaching you the turnaround method, we're going to go ahead and turn it around again, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is going to count as a double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to make 2 double crochets in that space. So stick around and I'm going to show you another method. Okay, so here we go. We made our first cluster because this is going to count as a double crochet. Then we're in the corner. Now in the corner, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a cluster, which is 3 double crochets, 2, 3, and a chain 1, and 3 double crochets. Okay, so that's the corner. So in every corner, you see the corner, you can tell, it's really easy to see it. You're going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets. Now we're going to be on the side, and we are going to make just 3 double crochets in this space. Here you go, 3 double crochets. Okay, then we're going to be back at the corner, and we are going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets. That's what you're going to do for every row in every corner, okay, going forward. All right, here we go. And then we're going to be again at the side, and we're going to find the side right here. We're going to find the space, and we're going to go ahead and do 3 double crochets in every space that you see going forward. Okay, then we're back at the corner. And for this pattern, the only time you chain is when you are in the corner. That's for this pattern, okay? So then here we go. We've got 2 and 3. My yarn keeps splitting. 3. Chain 1, and then we're going to do the double crochets in here, 3 of them. Here's 2. Stick around. I'm going to show you another method, okay? And if you like what you see and you want to learn more things, go ahead and like and subscribe so that you can have access to more videos, more things that I'm going to make, okay? You could learn a lot more things. So in this space, again, we're going to do 3 double crochets. And then we're going to find our next corner, and we're going to go ahead and make 3. Chain 1 and make 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to find the top of the chain from before, and I'm going to slip stitch it. And again, this is the turnaround method. So then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to start all over again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slip stitch in here in the space. My yarn. I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to make the 2 double crochets in here, and that's all you have to do, okay, for this. Okay, so in every corner you're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and in every space here, in every space, you're going to make 3 double crochets, however big you make it. All right, so in the corners, you're going to do 2 clusters with the chain in the middle, and for the rest of it, you're just going to do your triple crochets in every space. All right, so that's one method. I'm going to go ahead and show you another method that doesn't involve you turning the work around, okay? Okay, so this is another method that I would like to show you. So we've already completed round 1, okay? So this one does not involve turning your work around. So in this method, what you're going to do is you are going to start with a chain 3, 2, and 3. And then you're going to find that space right here from the one before, and you're not turning your work, okay? And you're going to go ahead and make 2 double crochets in here, okay? 1 and 2. So this is going to be our corner, and we've only started making the corner. We've only made half of the corner in this first round. Then we're going to go to our next corner. Don't worry, we're going to get back to it. And then we're going to proceed as we did before, and we are going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets into that corner space. All corner spaces are going to be treated this way with a triple crochet. I'm so sorry. with 3 double crochets and a chain 1. So here's our next corner. So it went from being a round thing to being a square. Kind of cool, right? Here's our second one. And I'm using one color yarn because you're just learning. Here's my chain, and here's going to be my 3 double crochets. And once you get more comfortable, you can go ahead and change yarn colors on every round, every other round, or you can keep it in one color the way I have. Or to make it even simpler, you can go ahead and get some yarn that changes color for you. Those are amazing. Okay, here's my next corner, and I'm going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets. Okay, so let me show you what happens. That was 2 when we get to our next round. And now we're at the first corner that we started with. You see that? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to finish that corner because we only made half of it when we started. So we're going to go ahead and make double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and we're going to make a chain 1, and we're going to attach it with a slip stitch to the top here. Okay? All right, so then we're going to find that space from before. I'm going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to find that corner, see the corner, and I'm going to go ahead and do 2 double crochets into that space because I'm only making half of the corner. So this is the second method, and believe it or not, there are other methods. You see, I messed up. I did not do it in the space. And I'm leaving that in the video because I want you to see that everybody makes mistakes. So I'm going to look for that space again, and I'm going to go ahead and finish and make my final double crochet. So I've only done half of the corner. I'm going to find the next space, and I'm going to make my 3 double crochets. I'm going to finish this round together because I want to show you what happens next. Then here's the corner, and in every corner, no matter which method you choose, you're going to do 3 double crochets and a chain 1 and 3 double crochets. Then when we get, so that's what's going to happen in every corner in every round. So you can make it as big as you like. Some people just make one large giant granny square blanket. So, and that's okay if you're starting, that's okay. And then I'm going to find my next space, and I'm going to go ahead and make my 3 double crochets into that space. I don't know if you can tell, but this yarn does change color. This is a little bit lighter than this outside one. It's very it's barely noticeable, so you may not be able to see it. We're back at the corner, and I'm going to go ahead and do my 3. Okay, 1 and then 3. So if you need to learn how to make double crochets, slip knots, um, magic circles, go ahead and click on the link that is in the description, and there will be a step-by-step tutorial on how to make each of these stitches. Okay, and I am not chaining a space in between my double crochets. Many people do. That's another method. There are so many ways to do this, and I'm just showing you 2. Okay, I'm in my corner again, so I'm going to do my cluster of 3, 1 chain, and my other cluster of 3. And I want to get to the corner that we started on to show you one more time what to do. That's my corner. There's my space from the previous round. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're at the corner that we started, right? And we're going to finish our corner. I'm going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to chain 1, And I'm going to slip stitch it to the top here, and then I'm done. So you see that? This is a granny square. I've showed you two methods. There's plenty of other methods. As I said before, you can go ahead and make a larger blanket with this, or square, however big you want. Just keep going. You can change colors on every round. You can use those color changing yarns. Those are amazing. But these granny squares are not the only motifs that you can work together. I do have videos on other motifs, and you can click on this link here somewhere around here on how to make different kinds of motifs. And on this video here, there's some other cool things that that you can learn how to make. Okay, the veil.